Emergency warnings have been lifted in flood zones in New South Wales, and locals in some areas are starting to assess the damage. Here's Justina.
From muddy floors to soggy paddocks, people in some flood-hit parts of New South Wales are starting to return home to see just how bad the damage is.
The paddocks aren't going to recover for a long time.
Authorities think at least 10,000 homes and businesses have been destroyed or seriously damaged, with hundreds of homes too unsafe to return to.
I think it took everyone by surprise, the speed and the power in it, like moving water.
Thousands of residents are also still cut off by floodwaters, and whether it's by helicopter, boat or drone, emergency services are still working hard, carrying out rescues and delivering much-needed supplies.
It looks pretty in the sunshine, but there's really nowhere to go, and we just have to wait a couple of days until the river and everything else subsides so we can get out.
While the worst of the wild weather is over, authorities are urging people to stay away from floodwaters.
Whilst the river levels continue to drop, the reality is the countryside will take some time to drain, and that means there is still risk.
And it could be a while before things get back to normal.
Thousands of poochers and their people pounded the pavement over the weekend for the last ever national Million Paws Walk. The event, run by the RSPCA, has been running for the past 30 years to raise money for animals in need. In its time, more than 750,000 humans and 400,000 poochers have raised more than $17 million. Hang on a minute, that's not a dog. But organisers say the cost of living crisis and increasing event costs have made it too expensive to run, so they're hanging up the leash for the final time. Now to sport, and Lando Norris has won his first ever Monaco Grand Prix. Here's Cushy.
Yep, it was a huge win for McLaren's Lando Norris.
And Norris keeps the lead into Casino Square.
While he took the lead quickly, he also got into trouble quickly, surviving an early scare when he nearly sent his car into a barrier in lap 1. But he managed to hold on for the win.
Lando Norris wins the Monaco Grand Prix,
beating Ferrari's Charles Leclerc, who came in second, with teammate and Aussie star Oscar Piastri coming in third. Over in Portugal, Arsenal has defeated Barcelona 1-0 in the Women's Champions League final, thanks in part to 3 of our Matildas.
it's Arsenal, champions of Europe.
Steph Catley and Caitlin Ford both took the field for the Gunners, while Cara Cooney-Cross was an unused substitute. Finally to the French Open, where 4 all-time tennis legends came together to celebrate 14-time French Open champion Rafael Nadal, who retired last year. Rivals Roger Federer, Novak Djokovic and Andy Murray all took the court as part of a special ceremony paying tribute to Rafa's career, which is a pretty rare sight.
You get me some hard time on court, honestly, no. But I really enjoy it a lot, pushing myself to the limit every single day to compete with all of you.
Now it's time for a part of the show I like to call... Oh, you've got to be joking. First up to Peru, where hundreds of clowns have hit the streets to celebrate the country's annual Clown Day. It's a big parade to celebrate all things clowning and to pay homage to a famous Peruvian clown who was known as the Clown of the Poor. He used to travel around town performing pop-up shows back in the 1980s. Now to a graduation ceremony in the United States, where Kermit the Frog was asked to give the official commencement speech.
Life is better when we leap together.
Kermit's creator, Jim Henson, graduated from the University of Maryland back in 1960, so it's a bit of a full circle moment for the Green Puppet.
Thank you for having me, and congratulations to the class of 2025! Yay!
And finally, it's time to meet Hercules and Ned, the 2 border collies single-handedly holding down the fort at this airport in West Virginia. Well, specifically, their job is to chase off any wildlife that gets in the way of planes.
When they see Hercules appear, and they just love him, he puts a smile on everybody's face, and they all want to just give him love and kisses. And
Hercules has been doing the job for 8 years now and has been training Ned up since last year. That's all we've got time for today. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now. And it's done it again.